with head coach Robyn Felder of the women's volleyball team. A recap of last week, a 3-0 victory over Dominican University and a 3-2 loss to Holy Names on Saturday. Coach Felder, take us through the week and some of the highlights and some of the lowlights.
Okay. Well, we played Dominican on Thursday. Our game plan there was to just kind of come out and take the match. A lot of times when we play, we let the other team set the tempo, and we talked about just going right in and setting the tempo of the game, just taking the match, and we did that. We swept them, and they were a pretty good team. They played terrible, and we played great. So it was a beating. Saturday night, pretty much the same thing. We came out hard, and we looked really good for about 2 7/8 of the game. We kind of got a little bit mental in game 3, lost a big lead, and just never got the momentum back. Just felt like the wheels on the bus were spinning, and we just couldn't get our heads back. So that was a tough loss because it was a team we could have beat for sure. Should have beat.
You had some great play from Mackenzie Bird.
Yeah.
She was solid all week. Paula Von Dinklage trying to fill the void of not having an outside hitter, Britta Jensen. She was having to play libero and back row because of a wrist injury. Talk about Mackenzie's approach and why she's been so successful. She hit over 500 against Dominican. She hit 200 against Holy Names in the loss. Pauline Von Dinklage came in and she played. She was kind of the firecracker in a couple of sets there. Talk about their performance.
Yeah, we've had to switch our lineup up. We've had some injuries, so we're in a 5-1 setter now, where we were running 2 setters before. We only have 1 now. So we wanted to get Mackenzie on the right side because she's such a good blocker, and she's been a stud. She made the fabulous 15 for the conference for the week, and she just is so aggressive and she's so coachable. I was telling my team about her this morning. I said that right there, Mackenzie Bird, that's what every coach wants. She just works hard every day. She's super coachable, and she just wants to get better. So you put those 3 things together, and she's gonna be good for a lot of years. Pauline, we've had her on the right side, and we flipped her out to the outside where she played at her junior college. So she's comfortable there. She's just been a little bit inconsistent in practice, but we throw her in a game, and she's a stud. So she's definitely a gamer in that position, and she's getting better. Her ball control is getting better. She's just getting her swing back on the outside. So 2 big kids that came up really big for us this weekend.
Mackenzie Bird, by the way, was chosen as the Northwest Mutual Player of the Week for the athletic department yesterday, and so congrats goes out to her for her fine performance last week. Talk about your upcoming opponent, Azusa Pacific, on Saturday in the old gym. It's a 3 p.m. start on Saturday, and tell us what you expect from Azusa Pacific.
The way the conference is situated right now, there's 3 teams right at the top, and everybody else is pretty much in a dogfight. So Azusa is going to be very similar to these 2 teams we've seen. I think hot and cold. I think they're ranked 6th and we're ranked 7th, so it should be a great match. We've got a good game plan. We got right back in the gym, went back to work, and just being positive, learning from the weekend. We played really well those 2.5 games, and just building on what we did well and learning from what we didn't do so well. So
great. Well, once again, the women's volleyball team home match on Saturday in the old gym at 3 o'clock against Azusa Pacific. Thanks, Coach Felder.